Princess Sally was as beautiful as the morning sun. Her smile could light up a room, but what made her truly special was her heart. It was a heart of gold, always ready to help those in need. Sally believed in kindness. She knew that even small acts could make a big difference. Sally loved to spend time in her kingdom, talking to people and listening to their stories. She learned about their joys and their struggles. Sally wanted everyone to be happy. She wished for her kingdom to be a place where everyone felt loved and cared for. Princess Sally lived in a wealthy kingdom. The land was fertile, yielding bountiful harvests every year. Farmers sang as they worked, their hearts filled with gratitude for the abundant crops. The rivers sparkled, teeming with fish. Fishermen cast their nets, pulling in catches that would feed their families for days. The marketplace buzzed with activity. Merchants from far and wide came to trade their wares, their voices a cheerful symphony of bartering and laughter. The kingdom prospered under the wise rule of the king and queen. Their reign was marked by peace and prosperity. Princess Sally lived a life of comfort and luxury. She had 20 beautiful horses in her royal stable. Each one had a name and a personality that Sally knew by heart. She loved to ride through the castle grounds, feeling the wind in her hair. Sally's castles were magnificent. Towers soared high into the sky, their flags fluttering in the breeze. Inside, grand halls echoed with music and laughter. The walls were adorned with beautiful tapestries and paintings. Sally had chests overflowing with sparkling jewels. Diamonds, rubies, emeralds. Each gem shimmered with a brilliance that took her breath away. But Sally knew that true happiness came not from possessions, but from helping others. One sunny afternoon, as Sally strolled through the market square, she noticed a young woman crying. The woman's name was Sinita, and she was struggling to feed her family. Her husband, a skilled weaver, had fallen ill and could no longer work. Sinita's eyes were filled with despair as she looked at her empty basket. Sally's heart went out to Sinita. She immediately bought a basket full of food and supplies from the nearby stalls. With a gentle smile, Sally handed the basket to Sinita, her touch conveying warmth and reassurance. Sinita was overwhelmed with gratitude. She thanked Princess Sally, her voice choked with emotion. One day, Princess Sally ventured beyond the castle walls to the outskirts of her kingdom. There, she encountered a group of miners, their faces etched with exhaustion. One miner in particular caught her attention. His name was Oliver, and he seemed weighed down by more than just the heavy sacks of ore he carried. Sally approached Oliver and asked him about his life. Oliver explained that he spent long hours underground, chipping away at the earth in search of coal and iron. The work was dangerous and tiring, but it was the only way he knew to provide for his family. As Sally listened to Oliver, she noticed the sparkle of hope in his eyes as he spoke about his wife and children. She realized that Oliver's love for his family fueled his determination to persevere, despite the hardships he faced. Princess Sally was deeply moved by Oliver's story. She couldn't bear the thought of him risking his life every day in the dark and dangerous mines. Sally decided to use her wealth to help Oliver and the other miners. She purchased a large plot of land and announced her plan to build a grand factory. This factory would provide jobs that were safer and less grueling than mining. It would produce goods that would benefit the entire kingdom. The news of Sally's factory spread like wildfire. People were amazed by her generosity and her desire to improve the lives of her people. As months turned into years, a strange thing happened. The kingdom's once abundant resources began to dwindle. The harvests grew thinner, the rivers yielded fewer fish, and the mines produced less ore. The once prosperous kingdom began to experience a decline in its fortunes. The marketplace, once bustling with activity, grew quieter as merchants found it harder to trade their wares. The cheerful songs of farmers and fishermen were replaced by whispers of worry and uncertainty. The king and queen, despite their wise rule, seemed unable to stop the kingdom's decline. A shadow of concern fell over the land as people wondered what the future held. One day, while inspecting the progress of her factory, Princess Sally noticed something peculiar. The soil on her land sparkled with an unusual brilliance. Curiosity got the better of her, and she bent down to examine it more closely. To her astonishment, she discovered that the dust wasn't dust at all. It was a mixture of tiny diamonds and gold nuggets. News of Sally's discovery spread throughout the kingdom like wildfire. People were amazed that such wealth had been hidden beneath their feet all along. Miners, including Oliver, who had once toiled in the dangerous depths of the earth, were now presented with a golden opportunity. The kingdom rejoiced at Princess Sally's incredible discovery. The once fading prosperity returned, more vibrant than ever before. The discovery of gold and diamonds on Sally's land breathed new life into the kingdom. Miners, now skilled in their craft, worked diligently to extract the precious resources. The marketplace buzzed once more with activity, as merchants from far and wide flocked to trade for the kingdom's newfound wealth. The king and queen, their faces etched with relief and gratitude, praised Sally for her kindness and foresight. Princess Sally's act of kindness in building the factory had led to an unexpected reward for the entire kingdom. It was as if her golden heart had, in a way, brought forth real gold from the earth. The kingdom prospered, but more importantly, it was a prosperity built on fairness and compassion. Oliver and the other miners, once burdened by their work, now approached their tasks with renewed vigor and hope. They knew that their labor contributed to the well-being of their families and their community. Princess Sally's story became a beloved tale passed down through generations. It served as a constant reminder that true wealth lies not just in material possessions, but also in the kindness we show to others and the joy we find in making a difference in the world.